All right, shalom, shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the men, the women, and the children who follow. So I have a saying here. It says this in an African proverb. Some people say that Roosevelt, President may have said it. Comes from a lot of different sources. At the end of the day, it says, "Smooth seas do not make skillful sailors." All right, smooth seas do not make skillful sailors. All right, why is that? Because you got to go through something. If you're just, on this, you see how the water is calm, placid. All right, it's an easy time. All right, you're not having to go through any adversity. All right, you'll never become skillful. All right, you'll never. Let's look up this word skillful. All right, skillful, knowledgeable, following reason. All right, it says the meaning having trained and practiced faculties, possessing practical abilities. And how are you going to get those practical abilities, man? You're going to have to train. Having trained and practice. How are you going to do any training or get any practice in if there's no adversity? That's why when people, I say when professional athletes, when they like a basketball player, when they go to shoot, they'll have their coach like with a broom, and they have to shoot over the broom. Or your football players, when they're running with the ball, they have players on each side of them hitting them with pads so that you're used to getting hit. If you're playing football and you ain't never been hit and you're running with the ball, then you finally get hit. You're likely to fumble, you're likely to do anything. But if you're used to getting hit, then you know what to expect. All right, let's get some scriptures. Um, this is Sirach chapter 34. I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, "A man that has traveled knoweth many things, and he have much experience. And he that has much experience will declare wisdom." Yeah, if you ain't never been nowhere, you're not gonna know too much. But when you travel, you get to learn the lay of the land. You gotta you're on your own, surviving off your own. All right, nobody's footing the bill for you. All right, it says, "He that have much experience will declare wisdom." Yeah, you're learning things about yourself. All right, and things that you can use in your practical life. All right, he that has no experience knoweth little, but he that has traveled is full of experience. It's like it, full of prudence. What does that prudence mean? To see before. Let's get this real quick. It says intelligence, discretion, foresight, or practical wisdom to see what is suitable or profitable. Okay. Yeah, man. Foresight, man, to knowing the situation that you're in, what's coming down the line, and how you can react to it. Okay. Prudence. All right. Where was we? It says, "When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express." All right. Um, I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. So, hey, you could be in a dangerous situation, but if you've been in something similar, you'll know how to think your way out of it. All right. And I'll bring up an experience from way back when I was young. I was like maybe 14 or 15, and I took my mom's car, and I shouldn't have taken it. I didn't have a license, but yeah, you know how kids are. I took my mom's car to go to the store around the corner, and I seen the cops coming down the street, and I panicked and I turned out in front of them, and I got pulled over. You know, but the thing that that experience taught me was, I keep this to this day. If you see the cops, don't get nervous, and definitely don't pull out in front of them. you know, go the other way. Wait till they pass, trusting that they don't mess with you for any reason. But that's prudence. You have an experience, you learn from it, so now when you're in that same situation again, you react better. And that can only come from experience. So if on these smooth seas, you're not going to get that experience. You need the waves crashing to know, what you need to raise the mast or to bring it down, or to counteract the wheel, however it is. When you driving a boat, but you're not going to get that in the smooth sea. You're going to need some not really violence, but you're gonna need some what's the word I'm looking for? A position of difficulty to come in to test your metal, so to speak. Okay? Is that it to that? I'll read 13 what it says. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth him. And at the end of the day, it's all Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. The one who's gonna put us in that place of difficulty, and the one that's gonna make a way out of that place of difficulty. But at the end of the day, it's all for us to build as an individual. All right, let's get Matthew 7 and where was I going with this? Give me a second here. Kind of. Matthew 7 and 13, it says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. All right, what is that straight gate? It's not talking about like a straight line. This word straight is a position of difficulty. Okay? So enter ye in at the, let's see what it says in the NLT. You cannot enter into Most High's kingdom through a narrow gate. The highway to hell is broad, and the gate is wide for many who choose to go that way. But the gate to life is very narrow. The road is difficult. Yeah. But the gateway to life is very narrow, and the road is difficult, and only few ever find it. Hey man, it's a tough path, and few go down this road. But what is this the gate to? What is this the road to? All right, it's the gateway to life. So you're gonna have to go through something. You're gonna have to go through through that difficult time. So let me see. Yeah, so this is Strong's G4728. Stanos, it says narrow, straight, probably from the base, narrow, obstacles standing close about. All right, you're going to have to get through these obstacles, man. Narrow, confined space or place. That's talking about like a waterway. Um, let's see. No, I probably spelled that wrong. That's what I meant. All right, a dire strait is in a bad or difficult situation with this best player out of the game, the team found itself in dire straits, a difficult situation. And a difficult situation is what's needed to build yourself up. All right, you have to break yourself down to build yourself up. All right. Um, Romans 5, and I'll start at verse 3. It says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations, also knowing that tribulation does what? It worketh patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. So when you go through things, tribulation, you're going to learn patience to stay calm in those situations. As I said in the example that I gave with the taking of my mom's car. All right. And then what? You're going to get experience in those situations. So then once you have that experience, you know how to react when you're in these situations. You have hope. Hope that you're going to get the right outcome, right? And hope maketh not ashamed, because the love of the Most High is shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Spirit, which is given unto us. So at the end of the day, the Most High is going to work with you, okay? But you gotta go through it, man. You gotta go through the fire. We have to go through the fire. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Um, Yeah. So this Sirach chapter 2, verse 1, it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Right? Make sure that your intentions are good. And just whatever you're going through, maintain that good heart, maintain that good mind, maintain that good intention, right? And don't get hasty in a time of trouble. Keep calm, like we read back in Romans. That patience, keep that patience, right? It says, cleave unto him, the Most High, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, because the Most High is going to work with you. All right, it says, whosoever is brought upon thee, so it's like, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So everything might not be going your way, but take it cheerfully. Know that the Most High deal with sons. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let me see. Kind of Hebrews chapter 12 and 8. It says, let's start at verse 6. It says, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receives. Why? Because that's our heavenly Father. So he's going to get us in line. He's going to punish us when it's time to be punished, just as we would punish our child when it's time to punish them. If ye endure chastening, the Most High deal with you as with sons. And what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? Right? Who's a good father who wouldn't, you know, chasten their child? It says, but if you be without chastisement, whereof all you are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. Right? Well, if your father is not taking care to get you in line, he don't care nothing about you. But our heavenly Father does, so he's gonna chasten us when it's time to chasten us. So going back over here, it says, be patient with our change to a lower state, right? Take it cheerfully. Okay. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So if even gold is tried in the fire, and we are gold to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Okay, these are acceptable men who are being tried in the furnace of adversity. And why is that gold tried in the fire? To burn off the bullshit, the impurities. So we're going through these straits, we're going through these tough seas, okay? The tough water to do what? To come out the other end as acceptable men, all right, who have gone through adversity. We're being tried, tested, proven, trusty. This is Second Ezra chapter 7. Matter of fact, I don't know. Let me come back to that. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 10, it says, I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his way and according to the fruit of his doing. Okay? So at the end of the day, the Most High, he knows who we are, right? He searches the reins of a person, all right, to know exactly who we are, and you're going to get rewarded according to the fruit of your doings. Okay? So, matter of fact, let's see. When you go into I believe this is the reins, all right? It says it's the Hebrew word kalaya. It says kidneys, physical organs, a seat of emotion or affection of sacrificed animals. Basically, it's like the guts. You know, like we said, we want to see what you're made of. The Most High want to see what we're made of. You know, do you really got guts? Do you have, you know, as they say, do you have huevos? You know, what are you? Are you really down the ride? The Most High is going to test and see if you're really the man who you say you are. He's going to search out your mind, and then what? You're going to get according to your ways, man. Whether it be good or whether it be evil. Second Ezra chapter 7, I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, there's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set at a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city were now given to a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So, hey, we have an inheritance, but it's not going to be an easy time getting to it. It's not going to be just calm seas. All right. The waters are going to start getting tough and rough. All right. And swaying your boat back and forth. Some water is going to come on a board. It can get scary. But if we don't make this trip, if we don't get to the other side, how are we going to receive our inheritance? How are we going to get the kingdom of heaven? How are we going to get all the things that we work for, that we long for? Okay? And, you know, one thing that I've been trying to implement in my life, and this is not about me, but just want to, you know, give a little advice to you if I could. You know, I seen a video not too long ago, and really this is something that the brother Raib Amaf, the head of our camp here in Nebraska, has been teaching and preaching. So I want to, you know, definitely give him credit where credit is due. Make your life increasingly difficult. Okay, you don't want to live your life on rookie mode or pro. You know, live your life on all Madden. Because when these rookie and these pro situations come and you've been on our Madden, you're going to be just that much better. Okay? But make your life increasingly difficult, marginally, little bit by little bit, little bit by little bit. Make it a little bit more difficult for you, and you're going to see the results. All right? People like to go along the path of least resistance. But that guy who's walking not on the beaten path, he's going to come out stronger in the end. Okay? So with that being said, Lord, this was edifying, and I give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, the men, the women, and the children who follow. Shalom.